Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind, and it is Tuesday, February 13th. It is Mardi Gras Day. So I'm glad you guys are joining me. If you haven't already checked in with the comments, go ahead and drop a line. Let me know that you're here. I know I've already got Lori here, so I'm glad you're here, Lori. Thank you so much. And today is going to be a big day. We are going to do a giveaway later today. I am super, super excited. And I'm kind of jealous because I don't get to keep what I'm giving away. So you guys are in for a treat. If you have any problems hearing me or seeing me, definitely let me know in the comments. I am monitoring the chat, so I am going to see everything that's going on. I see, Lori, you said that you've got a Judy Niemeyer pattern to finish. It's the Glacier Star. I just took a look at that. I am in awe. I love it. It is a gorgeous pattern. I'm loving those flying geese all around the outside edge in the border. I know I am up to 62. I am so excited. You guys, I am doing a giveaway because I finally reached 50 subscribers. I can't believe it. This is my third week of doing Tuesday night lives. I've done a couple of other lives everywhere and all of that, but I'm so excited. Oh, hi Vicky. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. So yeah, you have to be present today in order to win the giveaway or have a chance to win the giveaway, and you have to put something in the comments. We're going to do it by active participants in the chat. So when I announce the chat, you have to comment because I will close the chat. I would close the giveaway 5 minutes after I open the giveaway. And so in that 5 minutes, you have to put something in the chat. I'm not going to tell you right now exactly when I'm going to do the giveaway, but it will be closer to the end. So you got to hang out a little bit. I do apologize about that. Kind of. Maybe. Okay, not really. So I know we're waiting for quite a few other people to join. I did start a little bit early, not by a whole lot, but just a little bit. But I do see that there's already 6 people here. I want to say again, hi to everyone who is joining tonight. Tonight is a big night for me. I am celebrating hitting 50 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, and a lot of the other channel member or channel creators, content creators that I watch in the quilting world, one was celebrating, I think, 20,000 subscribers. Another was celebrating 1,000. Another recently hit 50,000. So I am just excited to have you guys here. Hi, Tessa. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate you putting in something in the chat. Thank you. Good evening to everybody. And it should be evening everywhere. I know it's going to be about 7 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's going to be about 4 o'clock on the Pacific Coast. So, if you're here in the United States, it definitely qualifies as evening. So I don't think I have to do any good mornings. If you are outside of the US, definitely drop in the chat. Let me know that you're watching. And I believe my giveaway can go outside the US, but I'm not sure. So I think I may have to hold it to just US since I did not. I will research for the next giveaway. I will make sure. So what are you guys up to tonight? Are you guys sewing or quilting, or are you just getting home or fixing dinner, or what are you guys up to tonight? I know I will be working some more on my Elizabeth Hartman. So if you did miss my last Tuesday night live, I did show where I got one of my star systems blocks complete. I didn't put the snowballs on the outside because I am going to take this one apart. I think I'm going to wait to take it apart to where I can show you guys when I take it apart what it looks like and what I'm fixing and how I'm fixing it. So that's what I worked on the last 2 Tuesday nights. You're cleaning up after supper? All right. Yeah, I get to have dinner after all of this. So we will only be on for about an hour tonight. We're not gonna go super long. I don't wanna drag everybody out. I am gonna go ahead and show you guys, if you did miss my Sunday big game so day. Hi Chloe, thank you for joining in. Glad you are here. So today we are doing that giveaway, so be sure to hang out. I'll let you guys know. Make sure to put something in the comments after I tell you. That way the little bot thing, whatever we want to call it, catches everybody and can get you guys into the drawing. Ooh, working on a Quilt of Valor quilt. I'm going to be excited to see that. That's going to be an amazing one. I am loving that idea. I need to quilt mine. I've got one to quilt, so I need to quilt that. I'm going to show you guys the pattern name of what I worked on Sunday. So I'm going to swap cameras. All right, this is Prismatic Star, and it is a Judy Nehemiah Quiltworks pattern, and it was originally done using Hoffman Valley Pops. It's a type of jelly roll pack that has 48 strips in 6 colorways or 6 different groupings. And I am actually doing it. I have 2 jelly roll packs of magic gems from Wilmington Prints, and that is what is going together to make my Prismatic Star. So I did get some of that done on Sunday. If you did not watch the big game so day, I know it's a long video, but feel free to go back and play that and watch that and see everything that went into how I've gotten as far as I've gotten. And I do have, I'm going to pull this up real quick, and I'm actually going to put this over at the cutting table real quick so you guys can see it. Let's see, there we go. And I have all of my diamond pieces cut. So these are all strip sets that are going to go together. And I actually have the entire quilt worth of strip sets. If I can get to the next one. Well, there we go. So for example, I've got, pink on some, purple on others. And there's another purple. So all of these strip sets are going to go together to make more diamonds. So I did get 4 diamonds done. You'll have to come back and watch that. Oh yeah, absolutely, Tessa. It is a long one. I will go ahead and tell you that. It is a long broadcast, but it is definitely worth seeing, and you get to see a lot of the papers that are in there and exactly how that goes together. And you do get to see me pull out Jackie. We did decide that my seam ripper's name is Jackie. I don't want to call her Jack, and I don't want to call, naming her Jill was what I was going to go with, but somebody suggested Jackie, and I like that name better. They are bright and cheerful. So the colors that I was originally going to do, and of course I set them out of camera again, the colors that I was going to do were going to be an assortment of dark and rich, very, very rich greens. And while they were very beautiful, it was going to be a very dark quilt. Like there wasn't going to be a lot of variation. It was going to be greens, white, and black, with white being the outline and black being the background. And the greens were just so dark. I kept looking at them and kept contemplating if I felt comfortable that that was my best color option. And I've looked at it for probably 2 months now, and I just could not settle that it was okay. So I went and shopped my stash, and I happened to pick up 2 jelly roll packs that were the Magic Gems from Wilmington Prints. I picked those up the same time I picked up the greens, and the greens were also a Wilmington Print. And I showed them to my husband, and I said, okay, are you sure you really want me to do this quilt in green? And he starts looking at them, and I pulled them out and showed him exactly the layout. And my husband has a wonderful eye for color, so he looked at it and he said, "No, that is going to be too dark. Do the brights." So I said, "Okay, that's what we're doing." And it really didn't take me long to get everything prepped. So I'm going to pull one of these out. I have 4 done. This is one of the 8. There's 4 identical, and there will be 4 more identical. They're not this uh, layout. There's different colors that are the center parts of the prismatic star. So this one goes from purple to blue to pink to red and pink, and the others will end in purple. So they're going to start at pink and go through blue and go to purple. So they are going to be the opposite of this. So I do have 4 done, and as I showed you a minute ago, I have all of the other ones cut, all of my other strip sets cut and organized. So that will go together fairly quickly. So I should have a completed set of diamonds to show you by this time next week. It won't take very long at all. That pattern really does go together well. And again, if you're just tuning in, that pattern for these diamonds and for all these bright colors that I'm doing is Prismatic Star. It is a QuiltWorks pattern. The Prismatic Star pattern is still available at quiltworks.com. If you go to the description of the video, there is a link to the Prismatic Star that's available, and it is different from the one that I have by a little bit because the one that I have was prior to 2018, and in 2018 they did update their pattern. So that is one project that I have got. And again, I am going to be working on the Elizabeth Hartman. I do have more of my orange to continue to work on. I have started, and this is me chain piecing. I am working on getting my little squares to go with my flying geese. I hate feeling like I'm throwing anything away. So I have been stitching on the opposite side. So I'm going to show you real quick. So the line here to the left is the original stitch line. That's the stitch line from corner to corner on your square to make your flying goose unit. And then I am coming back, and this is not a full 1/2 inch. So both pieces will not have a full 1/4 inch. My main piece will have a 1/4 inch seam, and I apologize that my camera is not focusing. My other seam, my 1/2 square triangle unit will have an 1/8 inch seam. So I have 3/8 of an inch in the seam allowance here, and so I will trim close to these 1/2 square triangles. So I am saving these, and these 1/2 square triangles are coming out to be just over an inch. So I'm going to hopefully be able to get more than an inch out of each of these, and I do have a plan for them already. So again, I just want to check in. I am seeing Tessa, Lori, Vicky, Chloe, and that's it. I'm seeing you guys in the chat. So I want to thank you guys for being here. We are going to do, like I said, a giveaway closer to the end, but again, I'm not going to go over an hour. I want to kind of stay within the hour. I do want to tell you a little bit about what's happened this past week. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you so much for joining us again. I appreciate it. Charlotte and Chloe, I know, sat through a lot of the the big game day that we had and got to see me putting together all of the pieces for the Prismatic Star that I've got so far. And so you guys definitely need to go back and watch. I think they really had a good time. They can tell me. So, my plan with the extra 1/2 square triangles. Great question. I'm going to resize this quilt. This quilt is only supposed to be 80 inches by 80 inches. And I'm doing, hi Rayanne, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. So the original quilt plan has 9 total star units. It's got, let me swap you guys so you can see. I did prep a little bit today because I knew I was going to feel a little flustered. So the Star Systems quilt pattern, it has 8 outer star units, star systems, and there is one center star system, that gray system in the center. So all the star systems are the same format. So you're going to have the same kind of stars throughout the entire quilt. You're going to have the large stars in the center and then the 8 surrounding small stars around them. And then you're going to have your snowballed corners, and then you're going to have extra decorations. And this quilt comes out to be 80 inches by 80 inches, the way that Elizabeth Hartman drafted the pattern. Thank you. I appreciate that, Charlotte. It was fun to have quilt chat. I think I enjoyed that a lot better than I would have enjoyed the game. Yeah, so thank you, Rayanne. Yeah, this Star Systems quilt it's definitely a lot of cutting. It's not a lot of hard cutting, it's just a lot of pieces. And the pattern was written using fat eighths, but since I couldn't buy that, I went ahead and bought quarter yards, which if you cut those in half, those do come out to be 2 fat eighths for a quarter yard by width of fabric. And so I have enough fabric to do 2 of these quilts. So either I'm going to resize the front of this and it will have extra star systems around it, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, or I'm going to make the quilt reversible, or I might just make 2 of them. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, but I do have enough fabric to do it either way. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do with all these little half square triangles, these little micro mini half square triangles, is I'm going to use them as part of the expansion so that I can kind of make it look a little bit more polished, maybe. I'm hoping that that will come across. The larger units, and they are out of my reach, the larger units, she does advise you to go ahead and do half square triangles with the cutoffs from the larger Flying Geese units, because she offers you an option to put those on the back of the quilt as part of a pieced back, so you're not having to use as much backing fabric. However, I am going to possibly be resizing that front, and it's a very well written pattern and it's very all inclusive. So it's not going to be an easy one to resize. It's not for beginners to resize. It's not like you can add extra rows or columns or put it on point and add the extra there. So I am going to have to do a lot of creative math, and I'm going to wait until I have all of my main star system blocks done, and I'm not going to snowball any of my corners until I have them all done. Oh, you're not late, Glenda. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, you're not, I'm not going to work on relaying it out until I know that I have what I want. So we're going to see how that works and just see what we come up with. See what we come up with. So for all of you who are just joining, I know Charlotte, you were there all day on Saturday or Sunday with me. I appreciate it, and so are you, Glenda. So I am going to be doing a giveaway today because I did reach 50 subscribers. I am so thankful to you guys. You guys have actually launched me over that by the beginning of this. Well, I cannot talk tonight. By the beginning of this video, I had 62 subscribers. I'm blown away. I'm excited. I know, it's a small channel, and there's all these YouTube creators. You know, Tiffany, I love Tiffany, absolutely love Tiffany. She has 50,000. Some of the others that I follow, one has just reached her goal of 20,000. Another just reached the goal of 1,000. and just in time for her birthday. So I'm so excited for all of those other content creators. But for just having started this and this being my third weekly live, I am amazed. I am blessed. I am so blessed. I enjoy sharing my quilting world and all of my ability. Well, I won't say it is abilities because it's just what I enjoy doing. It is literally just I love watching needle go into thread as long as it's by a machine. I am not a hand quilter. I'm not a hand sewer. I do not do hand sewing. But I am so blessed that you guys are here to join me and hang out and give me ideas. I know I got a lot of really awesome ideas for alternate backgrounds for my Prismatic Star. I got off the live and was telling my husband, I was like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to do this in white and black, right? He said, I guess. I said, I've got so many more ideas now. Yes, you're right, Lori. Every journey does start with a single step. That is absolutely right. And I want to show something to you guys. And this is why I knew this was going to be, we're going to limit this live to an hour because I'm not going to get much sewing done. I already know that. But I want to show you guys something else. And it kind of, okay, Charlotte, you can always watch on the replay too. Um, but I want to show you guys something that's dear and important to me. So I am going to swap over. I apologize. I did not expect my screen to go black. All right, hang on. That is not going to work. Give me just a second. I'm going to get that up and going. Let's see if I can get my screen capture up and going. There we go. All right. So this is the window that I want to show you guys. And it is a quilt that I did. I want to say it's been over 5 years. It's been actually over 7 because I did it before my husband and I got married. And I want to show it to you guys because this is not where my quilting journey started, but this is where I remind myself that I am grounded in quilting. That this is my grounding quilt. And it looks kind of funky and it looks kind of weird and I get that. And I don't know that I can zoom in. Maybe I can. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. So this is zooming in for you guys. Let me get that out of the way. So this quilt up at the top, this is my fibromyalgia path quilt. And this is all some version of paper piecing. Not all of it, but some version of it. So all of these are flying piece. And the path is done with paper piecing. I actually drew a pattern for this. And my favorite color is purple. So you'll see purple all over this place. And let me make sure I'm showing a different camera. Let me make sure that it is showing what you guys are supposed to be seeing. Please let me know if it is not showing the quilts. Because I am seeing the quilts. Okay. We're going to go that the quilt is still showing. So let me know if it's not for any reason. So my path with my medical journey it started out kind of clear. You get a diagnosis and you just kind of move along. It is what it is. You've got a diagnosis and you're just moving down your path. And so this front line is all awesome. Thank you, Tessa. So the front path is all the fronts of the fabrics. And I don't know how well you can see it, but this back path right here is the backs of those fabrics. So for example, this purple up here in this corner with the flowers, that is this fabric right here. And same with this fabric right here, that is the back of that fabric. And one thing you'll start to notice is that I do have some flying geese in here that are not purple. But if you also notice, every time that the color of the flying goose triangle changes, so do the wings. The wings change color. And so as you move down the path, you notice that the background, the path just gets darker a little bit. I mean, not by much, not by a whole lot, but it does change. I mean, here's a blue, and so it changes again, and you see the backs of fabrics, and as it comes around, you're seeing that there's vines on that fabric, and then you get a, really distinctively different fabric, and the path changes again, and oh, there's a color burst, and it changes and gets darker. And here again, we're changing and getting darker with that red, the gingham, and here with the yellow, and we're just getting a darker and darker path. So as my disabilities have changed throughout my life and throughout my diagnosis, my path has changed. It's gotten more difficult, more challenging. You try different medications, you try different therapies, you try different things to feel normal again. And while my path color has not changed and my path fabrics never changed, my path got a little bit darker. So I don't show you that saying that, everybody's journey is going to be like this. Mine is a chronic illness journey, but I want to show you that this was a brainchild of mine because I wanted to be able to share in quilting how my journey and my life plays out for me. I've lost one ability or I've lost another, or I've gotten a new diagnosis to add to my growing stack, or we found out I'm allergic to something, all of those kinds of different things that happen, especially in chronic illness. It definitely changes how the rest of your life goes, but it doesn't necessarily need to change the path that you want to be on. I always want to be quilting. I always want to be sewing, working with fabric and thread and a sewing machine. That is something I want to do. So, I wanted to make sure I shared this with you guys before I shared with you the next part of what happened this week. So I made that quilt probably, if I had to guess, I made that quilt in 2014. So that's a decade ago. I mean, almost a decade because I think it was made somewhere in the spring or summer. So, but we're looking at a decade of just trucking along on this path and working one way or the other to make things work. And those of you who are locals, I use a service dog. My service dog accompanies me everywhere I go. There's very few exceptions. For example, I just had an MRI and he wasn't allowed in the MRI room, so he had to stay in the dressing room. But he did go with me to the facility and stayed in the dressing room because I didn't have anyone to sit and hold him or hang on to him and let him know mommy would be okay. But he does help me. He does a lot for me. But I do have a service dog, and I've had one working for me in one capacity or another for a decade now. It has not always been easy. Service dogs, although we have service dog handlers have rights as handlers, our service dogs are kind of looked at as different equipment. It's not as simple as, carrying an oxygen tank with you or having a wheelchair or having a walker or a cane or any other number of medical necessities. There's so many medical devices out there, and a lot of them don't include fur and four legs and a tail, but mine does. That's one of my medical equipment is a service dog. And my current guy is 5, and he has been working as a full service dog since he was 2. He was in training up until then, but he did take over full time and worked with me everywhere I went after he turned 2, and I had gotten all of his training in. With that being said, I go to a lot of quilt shops. I go to I do go to the big box stores like Hobby Lobby and Joann's, and of course craft stores like Michael's, and you know, I go to those places. I do go to Walmart. I go to Target. I go places. But I also like to go places that other quilters get to go. So the local quilt shops. I want to go to quilt shows. I want to go all of these different places. And it doesn't change because I have one type of medical equipment or another. I want to go just like everybody else does. And I ran into an incident in a local quilt shop this past week. And although the shop owner was well within her rights, she handled everything legally. She didn't deny me service. She didn't deny me access. Um, she just modified how I could access. It it dampened my spirit for the day when I ran into a problem and I couldn't access the store the way that I wanted to and the way I had envisioned I would be able to and the way everybody else can. And it's not that I couldn't have shopped the store, and I did shop. I shopped and bought a few things, and I came home spending a little bit more than I had planned. Well, actually, a lot less than I had planned. I had planned to spend quite a bit there. But I did spend a lot less than I had planned. But I didn't spend less because I couldn't take my service dog throughout the store with me. I spent less because of the way I was treated, and the way that the owner reacted to the fact that I had a dog. Not that she didn't say she was allergic, she didn't say that there was a problem with the dog, and her explanation, I get it, I understand. I'm not going to blast the shop. I'm not going to badmouth anybody. I'm I was so just disappointed. You know how you can drive someplace or you can drive, let's say you're going on a long trip. You drive 2 hours to go somewhere. Hi Sean, glad to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. The guy who sews is a channel that I follow. The- so the channel creator's name is Sean. He's an awesome guy. So I want to thank you for joining in. Um, so yeah, this past weekend I visited a quilt shop, and it was not the experience I'd hoped for. And everybody's gonna have those kinds of experiences. Whether you have those kinds of experiences because you have medical equipment that is not the most common medical equipment, or whether you have a different experience because the shop is closed and not open when you expected them to be, or whatever it is, don't let an experience like having to shop differently turn you away. That is not ideal. It does happen, but definitely try to give grace. Give grace. I like I said, I could blast the shop and I could blast the owner and I could say all these things. I definitely could. I have grounds because it was I was treated rudely. But I'm not going to do that because maybe she was having a bad day. And that is absolutely okay for her to have a bad day. Had I wish she handled it better? Yes, absolutely. So Sean, I'm glad you are here. And I see everybody is saying good day to him. Thank you so much for joining. I want to say another also huge thank you to Sean. I know you've been here sitting in here in the chat for a minute. Sean, I want to say thank you so much for joining in, especially on my first live. It really made me feel a lot more comfortable, made me feel like I was actually doing what I was meant to do. So thank you so much for supporting me and being there. I appreciate it. So anybody who's here, if you have not already heard, there is a giveaway today. I will be doing a giveaway, and we are probably going to do that in about 10 minutes. I told you guys I wouldn't tell you what time. We're going to do it in about 10 minutes. So, awesome. Thank you, Charlotte. So you decided to come back and hang out. Awesome. I wish I could have dinner while I'm here, but that might be a little rude for me to do it. But I'm glad you guys can. That is awesome. So, Sean, I don't know how much you saw. I was showing earlier that I worked on the Prismatic Star Pattern. If you did not catch my First Life is terrifying. I will testify, yes, it is. So, and I've been trying to catch your lives every morning, every Saturday morning, and I am waking up at 7:30, 8 o'clock going, oh, I have missed it again. You've got to be kidding me. So I am trying to get over to watch you more often. So, Sean, in case you have missed, I have worked on the Prismatic Star on Sunday during the big game. I decided that I was going to host a sew and quilt salon on Sunday, and so that was what I worked on. So if you didn't catch any of that, feel free to go back and catch some of it. I know it is a long live. We were online for about 4 hours. So I do apologize that I know that it was long. So I know Charlotte is having dinner. I know Lori is hanging out and mentioned that she is she has another quilt works pattern Jeannie Niemeyer to work on. And let's see. I don't know what everybody else is working on. Yeah, you watched the game with the boys. Yep. See, I was on the fence about watching it, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't because I don't really want to sit there with my heart in my chest rooting for one team or the other because I really didn't have a team in the game. Awesome. Thank you, Sean. So on Sunday, I got all of my strip sets put together. And so yesterday I got four of the strip sets cut apart and put together to make sure I liked how they were going together and made sure I could play with them. And I will be working on the rest of them this upcoming week. So 1 week from today, you guys will get to see the strip sets go together or all of them put together, and you'll get to see how I do the layout. So I am planning to rearrange my cameras for next Tuesday. So you guys will get to see more. So, let's see. You took a nap during the second quarter. Oh, I bet those boys were excited to watch that game though. It actually is not. Which one, Chloe? You said you love it. It looks very hard to do. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the Prismatic Star? Because this was not that hard to do. I wish I had another copy of it. I did not make copies of my pattern. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was going to do some dark greens, and I'm very glad that I just couldn't settle with the dark greens, that they just weren't going to work. Quilt group at the local library. Awesome. I have 3 quilt groups that I'm going to. 2 of them meet on Wednesday, so I have to go back and forth. And then the other one meets on Mondays mostly. So I love getting together with my local ladies, local groups. Yeah, okay, the Prismatic Star. Yeah, it's actually not that hard. Oh. That's right, that's right. I knew I was missing some other news. Okay, so I I told you guys, I want to say last Tuesday, or maybe the Tuesday before. Don't quote me on which one. I don't know if it's episode 1 or 2. I've started numbering my episodes now. Yes, absolutely. It's wonderful to get out and hang out with the quilties. It is so much fun. Uh, The Prismatic Star is foundation paper piecing. It is not traditional piecing. So I think it was last Tuesday I showed you guys my other QuiltWorks pattern, the feathered snowflake tree skirt that I completed. I've completed the top, but I have not quilted it yet. So I've still got to go back and quilt it. And it is one of the 5 quilts that I will be basting this weekend. I've gotten confirmation from the husband that I can take over the living room. So I will be taking over the living room to baste all 5 quilts and get them ready to quilt. So, and I know I got asked, I do pin my quilts. I do use quick clip pins, but I don't have enough to do 5 quilts. So what I do when I baste a lot of quilts like this, because I do them in batches, I've had a quilt ready to go, ready to be basted and quilted since November, but I had others that I was working on. So I don't baste and quilt anything until I have a batch to go. So if I've got just one quilt, I'm not going to do it. So I've got 5 this time that are going to be basted. So what I will do is I will do quick clips, and then once I get a quilt clipped, so basically pinned all the way through, I will bring it to Beauty, and I will use my 6mm stitch length and my walking foot, and I will basically put stitches in it. One thread, my top thread will be some kind of bright color like red or yellow or green, or something that does not match the quilt. And then in my bobbin I use wash away thread. So once I am done, all I have to do after I've bound everything is to throw it in the washing machine, and I will have one long thread from the front from how many ever rows of basting I did. That's all I have to worry about pulling out. And I just go in and snip close. So that's how I baste. So the other big news, you guys, I am so excited. I spilled the beans a little bit over on Sunday because I was so excited. So excited. I got in touch with AccuQuilt, and I have instructions for what my permissions are and how to do my pattern. So I do have permission to do my temperature quilts, my paper pieced temperature quilt, using the double wedding ring die set. Hi Donnell, thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to do a temperature quilt using the double wedding ring die from AccuQuilt. You won't necessarily have to buy the AccuQuilt die set or buy an AccuQuilt cutter if you don't have access to one. You don't have to worry, you will still be able to do the pattern. It is definitely going to take a lot longer to cut when you're not using the AccuQuilt, and I will have instructions if you are using the AccuQuilt and if you're not using the AccuQuilt. You are not late, Donnell. You are actually just in time. I am going to be doing the giveaway here I'm going to start it in the next about a couple minutes or so. So you are not super late. You're just on time. And I know I've got 16 viewers right now. I want to let you know, once I start the giveaway, I don't have it set up for like a keyword this time. I'm going to have the bot roll based off of activity in the chat. So once I start the timer on it, I'm going to run it for 10 minutes. You have to put something, actually I'm going to run it for 5 minutes. I'm going to run it for 5 minutes. So you will have to put something in the chat once I start the timer. And you will have 5 minutes to put a comment of some sort in the chat. And I am doing a gift. I'm doing a $25 gift card to Fat Quarter Shop. So once I start the giveaway, or once we get a winner for the giveaway, what you will need to do is you will need to email me, and I will put my email in the chat so you guys will be able to have access to it. Yeah, she missed the pregame show. She's gonna have to go back and rewatch. I'm not gonna go through everything all again. But it's only an hour. It's not that long. I promise. The whole video will be an hour. So definitely go back and rewatch because you definitely missed some stuff. But yeah, so I will have a pattern coming out. I am hoping that it will be ready by mid-April. I have got to obviously get some sample parts put together, and I will have the pattern available mid-April, and we will do a pattern giveaway once the pattern is available. So once I do have it ready and I do have it double checked and verified, there will be a pattern for my temperature quilts out this year. And I will be doing it as I go along using I live in Casper, Wyoming, in case you did not know. I moved here last year, so this is my first year in Casper. Yeah, I would love to give one lucky viewer, one lucky subscriber, a copy of the quilt pattern. And I would like to, once I get to where I can do Zooms and things like that with my viewers, I'd love for my viewers to come on. If you want to be on camera, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. We'll do an offline Zoom to go through all the steps to put that pattern together. So once it is available for sale, I will be doing a giveaway so you guys can get a chance to have the pattern at no charge. But it is going to be a double wedding ring quilt. All right, so we are at 5:46 my time. So we're going to go ahead and start the giveaway now. So in the next 5 minutes, you need to put something in the chat. Just say hi, just say giveaway, just say I want to win. I am going to be giving away a $25 gift card to Fat Quarters Shop. And once once the bot chooses a winner, it is going to be random. I have no, I have no dog in the game on that. But once the bot chooses a winner, you will need to email me, so I have an email address to send the gift card to. So you will get it through your email. If you are outside of the United States, I don't know where everybody is, but if you are outside of the United States, if that quarter shop will ship to you, that is absolutely up to you. Yes, I am so excited, Chloe. I wish I could win it. I wish I could win it. So I will be doing the giveaway at 5:51 my time. So you guys have about 4 more minutes to put in the chat. Just make some kind of comment. Tell me that you're here. Tell me you want to win. Say nice prize like Chloe. Whatever you want to say. Yes, absolutely, Vicky. I am so glad to be able to do this. I am blessed that you guys are supporting me so much. I really appreciate everybody who is coming out to watch my lives, who's commenting, who's chatting with me, letting me know you're here, letting me know you are enjoying watching me. I mean, granted, I ramble, I talk a lot, but I don't have anybody else to you're channeling your inner winner. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, I I did order from Fat Quarter Shop yesterday because I was going, I really want something. I want something. I am, I'm, I ordered a Kona cotton uh, color chart with the real fabrics. And Fat Quarter Shop does not have the newest one, which has like 420 colors. 400 or 420. They have 365. So I want to be able to go online somewhere and go, okay, I want Kona cotton, but I want to match it to my fabric, and the color card is the way to go with that. I've had one before. I've had one actually with my embroidery thread, and yeah, I wanted it for Kona cotton. I need to order it for several others as well. I do not have a picture of it yet, Glenda. I am going to start working on it. I wanted to get permissions before I did all the design work and then started showing you guys something you couldn't do, or you couldn't do exactly like the way I'm doing it. I want to make it easy. It is going to be a double wedding ring. The background that I am using for my quilt is going to be a black grunge. Yeah, there is more than 400 colors. I was gonna do the printed panel, Sean, but the printed panel is even Robert Kaufman's website says that the printed panel, the colors may not be accurate. And I'm so worried because the only shop I have within 10 minutes is Hobby Lobby. So if I want to go to Joann's, it is a 2.5 hour drive at minimum, depending on which Joann's I want to go to, because the Joann's that is the closest, the 2.5 hour drive, they have had a limited stock lately, and I don't know what's going on with that. So now's your chance to learn how to do one, Glenda. I will be working on it on some of my lives coming up. So the nice thing with we are almost at our giveaway time. So if you have not put anything in, hurry up and put something in the chat. So what I am doing is I am doing daily high temperature, daily low temperature, the hours of daylight, because that is significant here. We had short as 9 hours, 1 minute, at the lowest, and then over 14 hours. I think 14 and a half hours. So definitely it's going to be different. Let's see if yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the one with the fabrics is more expensive. It's like 40 something dollars, whereas the one that's printed panel is like 10. So it's a distinctive price difference. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll, and let's see if the bot works the way it's supposed to. Okay, the guy who sews. Sean, you won the giveaway. Congratulations. So Sean, let me put in real quick, in case you do not have it. I think you do, because I think you've already emailed me. But go ahead and, yeah, you won the giveaway. Congratulations. Congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, and in case you guys have not seen, if you want to go check out Sean's channel, that is going to give you a link to his channel. And I know I saw Donnell here, and I don't know. I should have Donnell's channel in here as well. You know what? Let me go grab her channel, because I want to honor channel creators. When you guys come join my lives and you come chat or whatever, I want to honor you guys because I look up to you all. You guys have been doing this a lot longer than I have, and I want to make sure that you guys get, if you guys are helping me, I definitely want to help you too as well. There we go. Let's see if it'll let me do it. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, if you have not checked out Sean's channel, okay, I will say this. The only disadvantage to Sean's channel, and there is a big disadvantage, he is Eastern time, and I am. um, he's awesome. He is absolutely awesome. I love his accent too. Not that he can do much about that, but I love his accent. So if you haven't, I would love to do a sew and chat on your channel, and you are welcome to come onto mine. I have Zoom. We can do it. We just need to schedule a time. I'm absolutely game for it. But yeah, Sean has invited me to come over to his channel. We have a date set for March, so I'll have more information on that closer to time. But he is definitely an inspiration. I love having guy sewers, guy quilters. I love having them as my friends because they oftentimes come up with some of the most out of the box ideas, and it blows me away. And I know I had a little bit of a discussion about this on Sunday. So I have three machines. I have, this is Beauty. This is a Bernina 770 Quilters Edition. All of my two main machines are Berninas. My small machine that I carry with me everywhere, she stays packed away. It is a she, but her name is Ricky. Bernina issued a Ricky Timms edition of the 350 Patchwork Edition. So it's a much smaller machine. I mean, it's a lot smaller, it's a lot lighter, but it has all the Ricky Timms decorations on the front. It is absolutely hilarious and amazing. Okay, so let's see. Oops, yeah, I don't know how you did that, but I didn't know Nightbot was going to. So in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Nightbot just came in and said, uh, Donnell Citry, stop spamming caps. So I did not do that. I did not do that. That was all Nightbot, but that is funny. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. What was I needing to send to? Uh, okay, I must have missed it. Were we looking for my email? Were we looking for? I don't know. Okay, I must have missed. Okay. Um, I promise I'm watching the chat. I just missed a few things. Nah, you weren't that bad, Donnell. Thank you. But yeah, so I love following guide quilters. Um, I don't, it's not anything special or anything like that other than you guys, but you definitely are in the minority. So I love having a chance to watch you guys do your sewing thing because you do think out of the box. You do tend to think of things that the general quilting community doesn't always think of. Um, they are needed. They are needed, Charlotte. Absolutely. But I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Yeah, it's especially when the chat rolls so fast. I think this is the first time my chat has rolled this fast, you guys. I'm loving it. I'm actually loving the fact that the chat's rolling. It's all the blessings. All the blessings. Thank you for the blessings. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm not going to stay on here much longer. If you did miss any part of the chat, there are a lot of things that I went over today. I know I got serious for a few minutes in a little bit of it, but it's important. It's important information. Um, so if you guys will go back and rewatch, if you didn't watch before, definitely come back and rewatch tonight's video. I'm not going to stay on here much longer, but I do want to say again, congrats to Sean and congrats to me. I am blessed. You guys are blessing me by subscribing to my channel. You are making me feel so loved and so blessed just to have um, the friends and the interactions that I'm having with you guys. I really do appreciate it. Um, it's it's brought my quilting world to such a new realm that I never thought I would be at. Yes, absolutely. Hit the like button. It is right. Nope, 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 nope. Hang on. Right down here. There is a like button. There is a dislike button. Please don't hit the dislike. I mean, if you must, go ahead and hit it. But if you haven't hit the like button, go hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Tell all your friends about this channel. Let them know you're enjoying watching me. You're enjoying listening to me ramble. Oh, no, no, no. We can't have spammers. Can't have that. Nope. Nope. Can't have spammers. I mean, I'm allowed to spam a little bit, but, I'm talking and the only one talking live. I will be live again 1 week from today. So I will be back on my normal live schedule. I am going to do my update video on Sunday. to let you guys know what all has gone on or what all to expect for Tuesday night's live. I am going to try to get a lot done. I've got a lot of my Elizabeth Hartman to get done that I have not gotten done. I mean, I've done pink, red, and I'm on orange right now. So I have, that's 3 out of 8, 3 out of 9. So I'm 1/3 of the way through just getting the parts assembled on the Elizabeth Hartman. Thank you for the compliment on the glasses. I do, yeah, they're my normal. I wear them every day, but they are so bright and cheery. And just so that I have said it once, you guys, my husband, my husband did the flowers. I am not typically like I won't buy flowers. He's not a flower person, but he bought me roses for Valentine's Day because he's got to come up with some kind of surprise for me. Um, so that way I have said it. I have brought him up. I have mentioned the flowers. He also got me strawberries, and he's got me another little piece that I put up on the wall or put up on my bookshelf. I will do a studio tour after I get those quilts basted because they're making it look messy right now. Not their fault, but they are. They just are. Yes, I will tell him good job. Absolutely. He he surprises me. He pulls it through. He pulls it off. I don't know how he does it, but he's been good for me. So he's definitely the light of my life aside from this quilt studio because I love quilting. Love it, love it, love it. I've still got a lot to learn, but I do love it. So I'm going to get out of here, you guys. I will be live again in 1 week. I'm going to start working on getting a few other dates set up. So with Donnell, I will definitely let you guys know when I'm going to be on her channel and when she's going to come over to my channel because absolutely got to have her over here. Same with you, Sean. I want to get you over here too if there is time in your schedule. Awesome. Cheesecake and card. Awesome. So, but yeah, I want to see you guys back here 1 week from today. I will go live. It'll probably be a little bit longer than an hour next week, but this week is definitely going to be the short one. So I will see you guys then. Bye.